it's a beast trade. Believed. All right, this is a great trade. So, it was a beast trade. Is it daily?
Yeah, it's a daily.
So pretty much they're buying it down here. Believed / confidence in the name. That's funny. It's funny because you always have the most conviction when you're talking about like wins you've had. You're like, I was so fucking confident in this name. I knew it was gonna go.
Yeah.
So where did he start buying? He started buying this day. Let me get some circles out here. Bought down here against his support level. Added down here, and then bought another one on the way up, and just kind of held onto this thing. Just moved like beast trailing stop game. And then started taking some off into this when I saw this hammer and this kind of flag up here, and very great risk reward. Their average price is probably like 57.50, stop at 55, and they're selling at 82. So it's a good ass risk reward there. What is that, 10 to 1 or so?
Yeah, looks like it. I think for now, if you got anything left, if you were you say what 76 stop and just let the rest.
Yeah, just let it work and try to build out a flag for the next phase. But it looks like it's going to need some time to make that next move. So, like, what I would personally do here is kick the stock, like, first 2/3 of the stock, and just book that profit, and then let that last third go. The stop under 76, and just kind of let it try to work for you. We're on to the next one, though. ENPH is this?
Yeah, this is
I'm
next
just going
trade.
to leave this chart up then because I've been trying to freak it on the other chart. But, all right, so we can see this level here. What is this? 38, 40 level. They bought here. The one thing I don't like, I hate all these buy. Like this buy on this day. So the third buy, you see what I'm looking at?
Mm-hmm.
The third buy. I don't really understand that buy. Way past the level. Seems like a chasing buy. And then the next day you kind of kick that, I guess, at highs. But, that part of the trade was very unnecessary to me. I don't know what the sizing was like. I like this ad after it pivots. So, all right, first buy, good. Second buy, good. Third buy, bad. Fourth buy, good.
Hate, 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 hate. Double hate. Loathe entirely.
The third buy you're chasing. The fourth buy is a pivot ad. It pivots off that, turns it into new support, that resistance, and then he's kicking on the way up. So that's all good. I hate that buy, as I mentioned. And then that's not a bad trade. So their bad trade was kind of like they thought that support was put in. Then they're buying over the previous day high, and then they just got stopped out. It's kind of the similar trade that worked out here. It just didn't work out. But I don't think it's a bad trade. You see this kind of descending resistance area. What do you think?
I mean, I like I'm with you on the first trade. I'm with you on the second. That buyback, that third one just seems like it just didn't seem necessary.
Yeah.
Like there really nothing there. It was just like him trying to sneak back in.
Okay.
But again, he knows what to do. He put the bad trade.
All right, we're on to NKLA. Who
Yeah,
did this
that's
one?
David Kibler. That's
All
his
right.
trade.
All right, so this is great. So pretty much he's buying into the consolidation here. He's kicking into strength. Looks like he got stopped out of some break even. Bought back on the support, kicked into strength here. Got stopped out the rest break even. I mean, that's great.
Yeah,
This name actually absolutely died too. So, he made money long in this name. That's good. Can't be mad at that. The thing's already back at 40. Oh my God, that was a sick short. Someone's calling out in the chat too how it was a short. All right, we're on to the next one. Tesla.
That's Nicholas and Audi. That was his trade in Tesla.
Okay, where'd he buy? So he did buy this over 1,000. Wow, that's sick. I mean, this is only going to happen in Tesla, and this is like only happening like once in a lifetime that you're making fucking 20% in 2 days on a name that's up 600% on the year. But I mean, that's Tesla for you, so you can't knock it. So he bought this flag. You saw that it was holding a flag over 1,000. It's a psychological level. We have the same similar trade where it's like if a name's flagging over 100, the psychological level is 100, so it makes the setup more attractive. But this, nothing, no qualms against this. He bought it against support here, this new support area, and kicked into strength. He kicked everything yesterday?
No, he kicked a third on Thursday into that 1,200 for the 20%. He's holding the rest versus a trailing stop versus low a day.
Okay.
So he still got some. So he's still
Sick.
40%.
So sick. Yeah, Tesla's closed at 1389 today. Crazy. All right.
All right. Let's next. Got
Carvana.
This is another one of his trades.
All right. So is the blue is where he bought? He bought the support.
he bought up the following day.
That's great. This is a great trade. So this is the NASDAQ right here. This is everything we're talking about. It's like you just wait for it to come test that uptrend support. You're buying that uptrend support so that you know if you get stopped out, you're wrong in the trade. That's what you always want to see in a trading. And then he's just kicking the strength here. Perfect. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah. Next we got Jake Fox, another Tesla trade.
Oh, he's just flexing. Oh my God. Bought here around 440. Oh, and then he got shaken out. I think that's a very understandable place to get shaken out when it makes that move from like 860 to 700. So, you know, if I'm long from 440, I'm up nearly 100% in like 2 weeks. That's fine to get shaken out of stock. He jumped back 815. Oh my God. He is bullish on Tesla. He jumped back at 815 and added at 950. That's nuts to me. I mean, I'm glad it worked out, but
So I was talking to him on the side, and the Tesla 2000 was like, okay, that's when everyone starts getting giddy. But for him, I was like, where are you trailing it? He's I'm trailing it versus the 7 day, and I'm like, look, he's up 40% in a week. Like the 7 day is not relevant in this type of trade. Like you got to up this stop a little bit. So he's trailing some versus the low a day, and the rest he's giving a little bit of room. That was just a little side note that.
I feel like this Tesla is going to create the worst habits in traders because like the saying of random rewards where it's like, oh, I made fucking 80% in a week. It's like
because what's funny is we had Tommy Brander, the last one, who also has a Tesla trade bad trade. So it's like 3 different members all have the same trade review, all good trades, all of them wanting it. Jake saying it's going to 2,000. Everyone else up 40% a week. It's like, seems a little.
Well, here's the thing about Tesla and what this run is really about is that their deliveries are really good. So if they have another profitable quarter, they're finally eligible for the S&P 500. So that's what people are really preparing themselves for, and then they have to be included in all the hedge funds and all that shit. So that's what this run is more so about than anything else. But all right, let's keep moving to the next one.
Next we got Cassie Roderick, CRSP.
Casey. All right, it's CRISPR. This is a sick name. And shouts out to Link called this out way back when. So she bought this 67, sold half into this huge 3-day up move, and she's still holding half. Wow, that's sick. Do you know where her trailing stop is?
I do not, but we're going to hope, or we're going to make sure that by tomorrow it's going to be low a day or prior low day because it's a little 10% day. It's
yeah,
not
right.
bad.
These things are nice. All right, where we at? Big crisp.
Last one we got Tommy Branner, his Tesla trade.
I want to hear a bad trade out of Tommy. He only comes through to flex on us, and that goes for call too. But yeah, he bought this new support. I mean, this is like a once in a lifetime trade. Enjoy it, but I don't think it's it's something you should get used to. But yeah, he bought this new support. We saw this. It put a pivot in at the previous high. So it turned this resistance right here into new support. That's what he was buying off of. And then, sell into strength and get stopped at a last third or whatever it may be holding. All right, good shit.